Hello, Leo. This is your February forecast for 2016, and we're looking at your Tarot scope here right now. And as you can see, I'm adding a picture, a photo still of your cards. There's been a lot of requests to see the cards, and I choose to do it this way because doing the videos takes a long time to render and edit. And of course, I don't do just 12 videos. I do 24 a month, and it really is just a time constraint. That's all that is. However, this is a 36 card reading, and this is what a lot of you love to have in your private readings when you order them. So now you know how it looks, right? So it's an Astro Tarot spread. It covers all the 12 areas of life, just like the astrology, but we're doing it with the cards, looking at what is showing up for you in the various areas. So we start off to the far left. That is your first house. And for you right now, the most important, it's really breaking free, breaking away from whatever has been. And through this is a joy aspect. You're powering through as you're taking on the sense of self, your own empowerment. And it's really now with the blessings from above. Because why? Well, I'm seeing how you're just so intuitively attuned to what is to take place. So talk about getting everything spread out on the table in front of you. This is going to help you now with a great burst of energy. Moving you straight into the area of your financial situation. Right now I see there's success. I see you moving forward in that there is something now turning for you. We got the Hangman there. So that shift is coming, and you will be hearing from a male person. He comes across as somebody who is very smart. He is a great communicator, and I see him really knowing his business. And this could be a supervisor. It could be a boss. Somehow I'm feeling that he's able now to create a shift for you. Of course, could also be an advisor. The swords, King of Swords can oftentimes come up as that. That could be a CPA too. That might just help you with your bookwork to look through all your numbers and turn it into a positive. When we're looking at the area of communication, though, here, Leo, there's a lot that you've been thinking about, nearly to the point where you might have been feeling a little burdened by it all here through January, as if you're dedicated now to really bring it home, to really lay it at rest. There's still a small portion here just as we start out the month, okay? You've been very patient. I see that temperance there, but you're also feeling the drive of that message that keeps repeating in your mind that it's now or never to really break through. And of course, we're seeing all that empowerment in the first spot where that is coming, and it's going to help you to allow things now to come to the surface, be disclosed, look at it all, and get it over once and for all. Now, when you've gone through this process, which I feel is the very early part of February, it allows you now to take a deep breath here at home, and you're going to feel the power of home, the power of your foundation. There is now security coming in, and it's going to be felt spiritually, mentally, emotionally, down to the practical and financial level. Now, there is a balance here. I see you making some judgment calls as far as where some of this money now is going to go, whether to place it within the home, family, or property area, or whether you should just put it aside and save. Now, I'm seeing saving might be a good thing for you because as we go along a little bit later in the month, but also as I'm seeing down the road, you can actually get more from your money if you hang on a little bit. But that's going to be your call. I see you so creative here this month, where you're just to and fro. This is the 5th placement here. There's interaction with a group of people. Everybody seems to have their own spin on things, and probably they're looking into trying to figure something out, to find a solution. Now, you are quite inspired here in February. So if you have any thoughts about it, don't be afraid to voice what you think. to this group, because it more looks like you can come into the group and say, hey, how about this? What about this solution? And it will really be received quite well. There is an invitation coming to you, and I feel this is also amongst some friends, but creative friends. It's all about expressing your energies and bringing it out. For those of you, though, that have your own business, well, this is a fabulous time, Leo, to get things up and going here now. There is some insight where you're going to dedicate little time to kind of look over what you have, keeping what you want to keep, but kind of looking at those things that are just taking up space, and so you're looking at whether you should start ridding yourself, things out of the closet, maybe out of the garage, but then again, you're looking at its value. Should you still hang on to it? So you got some of that, but this is a precursor, though, because it's better to make up your mind about it now, because once we get into March, there is some eclipses, solar and lunar eclipse, so that might help you make your decisions if you're kind of like on the fence with it all here in February. But your relationship is looking awesome. The future is opening up. There's strength here. I also see how things now can expand within the relationship you have. If you're single, well, then this could maybe point towards maybe a partnership or somebody that you work with closely one-on-one. And in that sense, I feel that all that creative energy that you have in your expression this month is definitely going to be shared with this partner. And from that point on, things can only grow. So, more financial, the 8th house. This is resources that you share with your partner. And the married couple comes up here, so this would be with a significant other, but it could also be with somebody you work closely with. It's also the area of royalties and commissions, too. So this could indicate that there might be some talks coming up, how to balance, for one, but also how to go in and negotiate or even renegotiate something that has been running there in the past. And it's more like I see you looking for a new symbolic key, how you can actually tweak this and improve it. And I feel that before the end of the month, you got it. All right. So give yourself some time. There might be more than just one discussion coming up about this area. Because if we skip to the 9th spot here, well, you see you're coming out on top with a fair situation here. Fair for you, fair for your partner. The balance is there. It might have been a little touchy, which sometimes money can be when it's brought up. But I'm seeing here that you're wanting a flow, and you're not trying to hoard or take. You're being very generous, but you're also wanting your partner to look at it from your point of view too, which, it's all about the higher good for everybody involved. So this is good, and this is why you got extra strength this month in order to power through and speak your highest truth and to be true to yourself and your own self-worth. Now in career, this is top of the spread here. I feel your career, it's stable. You have going for you what you have established thus far. I see family is more so important, and that might be one of your goals here this month, to reconnect or have a reunion or be of support to somebody within the family. We see that in 2 placements here in the 10th spot, and there might be travel. So maybe this could be somebody who lives out of town or where there's a little travel distance. And could you really gain from focusing in that direction here this month? Absolutely. And the planets are great for it as well. And the Tarot is also showing that anything that you can do now to empower yourself and those around you, this is the month for it. When it comes to friendships, 11th placement there. It's also your hopes and dreams and also groups. Now, here's a female. She's very practical, down to earth. She shows up as an earth sign. So Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. However, Don't get stuck in the sun sign itself, because it could just be the way she emotes her energy, where she's practical, she's hands-on, but it's somebody that you look up to, you respect her. She shows up as an empress, so she's creative and very independent. And I feel you can expect an unexpected surprise or an insight or some news from this woman here. And just to finalize your reading here, more people. Here we have a male and a female, and the male is practical, down to earth. The first one there, the Pentacles, and the second one is more an artsy, creative, spiritual type person. Now, between these two men, I see that you're holding some thoughts, and it's all about what you have grown thus far in your relationships with them. It's not necessarily showing any emotional, romantic relationship, though it could be with one of them. But this could also just be people you interact with, that you work with, and maybe they are a part of that group that we spoke about, where all this creativity is ongoing and where they're looking for some kind of solution. They're, as if they're troubleshooting a situation, and so they could definitely be a part of where you come forward with your insight, your creative take on things. And I see that they'll listen to it. They'll definitely mull over it here for a little bit, and they do see the value that you're adding to it. So don't hold back. It's time to speak. Really time to share for you, Leo. But listen, this is what we have for you in your tarot reading here for February. I'll see you in March. And if you haven't listened to the astrology reading for this month yet, I would say go do so, because it's a fabulous lineup of great energies. So till next month, take care now.